Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. We have
Season 2, baby!
forward up.
I don't think. How many episodes do we have? Like, episodes?
Eight.
It's not.
Yeah.
Seven.
I mean, depending on some seasons are 5 episodes.
Most podcasts don't make it this far.
That's true.
Sure.
Yeah, dude, we made it a whole year because we're a whole new year because Mania is out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know how businesses work?
Nope.
The businesses, their fiscal year starts in February. So that's the time in the work year.
I'll give you my pistol year of Bumbo.
I'll give you the holy one. Yep.
Anyways.
My name is Ota. Anyways, so yes, we are changing up the format of the podcast. We won't be doing a whole lot of news unless it's relevant to what we're talking about, but we're going to do more discussions on things, specifically on matches. So we just got done watching the Mania 20 main event, so Benoit versus Shawn Michaels, Triple H.
Actually, Triple H versus Shawn Michaels versus Redacted.
Redacted, sure.
Who?
Now, I haven't watched the match. We're talking about it. I have not watched this match since Benoit died and they aired it on Raw. I don't know when was the last time you guys
I've never watched it. I've only seen the pitch.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
Truthfully, I can't remember if I've watched it or not, so I'm going to say that I have not.
So,
You haven't?
Nope, never watched it.
Okay. Well, so I guess I'll go and
Yeah,
watch. And the other part of it too that's funny is I was remembering spots, but I guess I was remembering the spots to the rematch at Backlash.
oh, there was a rematch at Backlash.
Yeah.
Was there Triple Threat too?
Yeah. Because there's one spot in particular that I remember where I think it's Shawn Michaels has Triple H in the sharpshooter, and then Benoit puts the crossface on him.
Oh, that was at Backlash.
Yeah. So, but anyway,
So, it's fun.
yeah, it was fun. We did a scorecard. It's a work in progress, but we're just gonna kind of talk about it. Total points out of 70. We're gonna go through some of the things that we talked about.
Yeah, everything's subject to change.
Yeah, subject to change.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, once we have a definitive scorecard, we'll post up something to it so you guys can see it.
Yeah, that way, what we could do too for our viewers is they could score it too.
Exactly.
And then we could have, like, if we get something down that's concrete,
Yeah.
it's going to be good.
Yep.
Mhm.
So
It's going to be very interactive for everyone.
So let's start with the first category, presentation. So presentation is the entrances, the gear.
Could we even include the stage as part of the presentation?
Ooh, that's tough, though.
Because that's not up to them.
Well,
That's
I
also
know.
dependent on the match, though. Like, because you can't... I would say...
I guess if the match on Raw, like
And the
Oh,
stage is
then I
pretty
guess what?
I look at
the ring design, like the apron.
I think the
You're
presentation.
good. Too
No,
far.
I'm thinking about character presentation, like themselves. How do they present themselves?
Like, more pyro.
yeah.
They gave HBK power.
Maybe,
No one else.
HBK already always had.
Exactly.
Well, I'm saying
So that's not.
gear.
That's not, but that's
It's going to be gear,
entrance.
entrance, and that's kind of it.
That's kind of basically it.
Yeah.
Like how they
Present themselves.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Entrance, I guess.
It's character. It's all character work.
Yeah. So I guess I'll go first. I scored the presentation as a 6 because I know kind of low, so 1 out of 10. I scored 6 because for me it was kind of bare bones. You know, no one really had crazy gear. No one had a crazy entrance. You know, and I was start thinking about, like, you know, some of that came later on in future manias, but there's still a lot of that early manias. Like, I still remember, was it Mania 3 when they're all Andre the Giant coming out in the, was that Mania 3? Where he comes out like a float pretty much down the ring.
I think that was 3.
Was it 3 though?
Yeah. Because honestly, by WrestleMania 3, Andre the Giant's health has been deteriorating so much you couldn't
Yeah.
walk to the ring.
But like they
Flow.
had big things either way. And there wasn't really that big thing. No one had special gear. Except for Triple H had white boots.
That's dope.
I like Shawn Michaels is, like, you know, the heartbreak. But he's had that.
But the
Yeah.
thing is his chaps and his vest was very it was black. It was very
Yeah,
basic.
there's nothing to it. So I scored it at 6.
That's fair.
I gave it a 7 for the same reason. Everybody was just very bare bones. Everybody would just, like, there was no theme
Yeah.
to what they were wearing.
I misunderstood the assignment.
That's fine.
Even though I explained it like
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
We tried.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I gave it an 8 because Triple H wore white boots.
Oh, okay, fair enough. The white boots were nice.
I'm so used to seeing this with the black boots. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
the other white boots. It's like, all right, cool.
The white boots were nice. With the black.
It's because like I do like their entrances like themselves in general. But like yeah, for WrestleMania, they were just like the regular entrances. Like,
But here's the thing: they were there to have a match.
That's true.
Yeah, Chris Benoit literally walked out. His was the shortest by far.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just went straight there. Right.
For me, I actually gave it an 8 too. I didn't understand the the whole thing about different gear and stuff because I mean I've never seen Triple H before.
When we see more, you'll understand what we're talking about.
But for me, I
It's
give
also
it an
very
8 because
That's also very true.
for me I give it an 8 because they were all extremely different. Such a like you said, Chris Benoit just rushed into the actual ring and he was basically very silent, very serious. You could tell he was there for a reason. For a business.
Yeah.
While Shawn Michaels came out doing kind of a dance,
The
like a strip
Shawn Michaels.
tease.
he's the sexy boy.
I know that. I've seen him before.
He's not your boy toy.
Yes, but
He's just a sexy boy.
it was just so different. They were all extremely different. Triple H was also very different from the other two.
Yeah.
He looked like he was there.
He was ready to go too.
too.
He's the champ.
He spit water. That was kind of shocking.
Yeah,
to me.
Yeah, he did.
Hated his
He
water.
was there.
gimmick.
Yeah.
Hated his water gimmick.
I thought he was like carrying like a beard. Then Charles said, "No, it's water."
It's water.
Yeah. He said, "No, it's a wave for it."
Yeah.
And I was
People
pretty
cheer him
surprised.
when he spits in your face.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they look cool.
But unlike
It
Elio,
does. It does.
you don't have to be uncool.
Yeah, you can be a total scrub and he'll still spit in your face.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just his crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's my score.
So before you say your score, how did you get confused?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really confused. I just scored it higher than
Or how did you score? Or what were you thinking when you gave it that score? I guess. So that we know what you were
We all have
thinking off
different
of.
things.
I understood it as like the presentation of the match itself. So
Oh, I see.
like I understood that the entrances and stuff mattered. I guess I understood the gear too. So I don't know. I scored an 8 as well.
Okay.
I think I'm more of just a fanboy for most of these wrestlers. So
Yeah.
I just liked everything about it.
Would you change your score now that we've?
I might drop it down to a 7, but I'll keep
Okay.
it at 8 just for longevity here. But yeah, I mean everything was everyone kind of fit their character. They kind of just did the motions. Nothing special, like you guys said. No, nothing really different. I mean, maybe the fact that it was in Madison Square Garden, they were limited because it's not a very big venue.
Mm-mm.
True.
But they had it packed. Titantron was a lot smaller than normal other places. They usually have a huge fucking whatever going.
Funny enough, in the video games, they make that arena way bigger than it actually was.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Dude, when we were watching the entrance, I was like, dude, is that how big it really is?
Yeah, because I was like, I seen the I love New York shirts and stuff, and I was like, this is Madison Square Garden. Just thinking to myself.
Yeah.
And then I asked you, and you're like, yeah, it's Madison Square Garden. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, Yeah. So
They probably would rather pack more people in there than make the stage bigger. That might be also something.
tickets, man.
Yeah,
Ticket
more butts and
sales.
seats.
That's probably what made money back then.
Oh, I'm sure. So 100%. Big buys too.
Yeah, well, Mania in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we also didn't watch anything prior, so I mean, I don't have any knowledge of that Mania in general. So thinking about it, I mean, we could have had the surprises and all that before that match. So that might have been just like the get home, go home type.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all in all, I liked it.
All right, and this is where the scorecard gets weird. So we're gonna talk about
Time to get Bucky.
we're gonna rank who was in the match, and essentially so the competitors.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 9 because I love all three of these guys. All three of these guys can work. All three of these guys, as most of us know, like these guys are legends in wrestling.
Slow down there, Bucko.
Shawn Michaels, Benoit's the
One of them will never.
will never be, but he is a legend
He
regardless.
is.
And Triple H will be probably
Probably
next
soon.
year.
Probably soon.
So
Yeah, I agree with that.
I gave it an 8. I just feel like these guys are good, but I don't think this match was any of their best matches.
That's fair.
okay.
So I gave it.
I give it a 10 because I like all three of these wrestlers. Like I like Triple H a lot. Shawn Michaels, of course, and I really do like Chris Benoit as a wrestler, just in general. Because I watched a lot of his except when he was on SmackDown and stuff. Even after he won that.
Okay. All right. Bonder Tyler, what you got?
For me, it was a little bit more complicated because I don't really know a
What?
whole lot about the wrestlers like you guys.
Yeah.
I know some about Shawn Michaels and Benoit. So I actually gave it a score after I watched it,
Okay.
beforehand.
That's fine.
I liked the match. I liked all three of them as well. I just gave it an 8 just for those purposes.
Okay. Bob Blanco.
Solid. So I went with a 10. I mean, fanboyed up here. So
Mhm.
I mean,
That's what I did.
that's a wrestler's wet dream right there. Man. That triple threat,
You're telling me to slow down when you ranked it higher than me?
man.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
What the actual hell?
Yeah. Well, competitors itself.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll watch it.
You're the one that gave it the highest rating out of any of us.
Yeah.
So it's a 10.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
okay,
10.
okay.
We messed up because we're fanboying over here.
Yeah, no,
But he's the one that talks shit.
He said,
Yeah, you
What
gave it a
I
9.
I gave it a 9. Yeah.
because it should be a 10.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right.
It's good.
I kind of agree. It's not their like best match.
No.
Yeah.
But like
Who
But
they are?
we're not ranking their best match.
No.
Well, not too bad. That's what I thought. Put into
No.
consideration.
We're
That's why I gave
ranking
it an 8.
this match.
Well,
And
we're
I'm
ranking
sticking by it.
We're just ranking them themselves.
All
not
right.
their match.
here's where a lot of the confusion, the scorecard comes.
Also, for future reference, no 0.5s.
okay.
That's fair.
No 0.5s. Solid
Strong
numbers.
numbers.
So that way there's no confusion.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is where it gets really weird. Work rate. So we've been talking about this for a bit now.
It's because I feel like the
So the
two
next two
categories
are
are
work
the
rate
same.
and styles.
No.
And we might just blended it into one, but for right now it's separated. So work rate, we're talking about the flow of the match,
The pacing.
the pacing
The
of the match,
physicality
the physicality,
and spots.
Spots is and stuff.
spots of the-
Lots of styles. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Getting ahead of myself.
So work rate, I ranked a 10 because these guys can go. You know, I haven't seen a match in a while that wasn't like a super high caliber match. I guess that there was no botches, and I mean unless you consider Triple H running into a cameraman a botch.
I think
But he did what he was supposed to do. He flew out the ring.
You know, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that till now.
Yeah, there's not a single mistake in that match that at least was blatant that we
That's
all
not bad.
noticed or that
Yeah.
one of us noticed.
Yeah, that, or we cringed at.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
That's a very good
Wow.
point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And so yeah, I rated
So-
it a 10.
So, high potential. Would potential fit into that then?
Potential in what sense?
In
Yeah.
the fact that we have these three legends in the ring and no botches happen. Like the potential for a great match to happen, and it still did
That'd
happen.
be a work rate.
Would-
that'd be work
does that
rate.
make
Yeah,
sense?
that'd be
So
work rate.
basically
That'd
work
be
rate would
work
be
rate.
like how good you are like in the ring or like how good you are to perform moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is like well, these three guys are like super good wrestlers. So
Yeah.
of course they're not gonna mess nothing up.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they had a good match in general, you know.
I'm just trying to dumb it down so it's easier for me here.
Yeah, no, yeah,
No,
that's going to work rate.
I think part of it too, you'll understand more once doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
So-
Of course.
Styles or no, sorry,
Still
work rate,
Still
still work rate. Who?
I mean, we're going in order this.
I give it a 9, but now that after you explain it that way, I might actually bump it to a 10. Just because of that. Just because of that. I didn't think of that until you said it. I was like, oh,
That makes complete sense to me too.
so I'm gonna bump that up to a 10 as well.
Okay.
I gave it a 9. Just just overall it gives a really good match. So-
Yeah.
And like I didn't think about that at all, but I didn't notice that there's no like mess ups really.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean overall like I looked at it the work rate itself was like as in the like performance basically what they're doing.
I mean,
And they beat the absolute shit out of each
It was
other.
super clean, dude.
yeah, there wasn't like a ton of crazy spots though. Like they were all very within their wheelhouse.
But the thing is that there was always something happening.
Also true.
There was always something happening. And I think you can do that with the multi-man matches.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but like they weren't doing like nothing crazy. There was no 450.
No,
you know what I mean? Like there wasn't nothing.
The
where there was
craziest one, I guess, was
high
that
risk, high
was that
reward.
move.
You know?
The moonsault or like the suplex to the other table.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah.
But
yeah.
just like spots like that.
And I guess the diving headbutt
Diamond Headbutt, the superplex.
and the superplex too.
But I
Yeah.
think like that was the bigger moves.
Those are the spots. Yeah, we'll get into that in time.
But like
Interesting.
yeah, I think work rate wise that was like
Mhm.
I actually gave it a 9. I also went with it as performance too, instead of going with what Shaw just explained a little while ago. I liked everything in the match, how they interacted with each other, all of the work that they did. I would have given it a 10, but this is just my own opinion. When Shawn Michaels was bleeding, it kind of caught me off guard because it was a lot of blood. and it kind of got me out of the mood because they just left him bleeding inside of the ring, and I just kept on thinking, is he still going? He's still bleeding.
Well, here's the
That
thing, you
is
gotta
still
think. The way they're able to do that and not die is they take blood thinners.
Okay.
We're just waiting to
Well,
watch.
it's not so much that I was worried. It's more of the fact that like a couple of seconds later, he was completely drenched, and to me that almost seemed comically almost like movie comically wise.
Yeah.
It seemed like taken out of a horror movie.
That's the whole point of it.
So
I want you,
it broke the immersion. I guess.
I want you to
Please.
keep that in mind when we watch Eddie Guerrero versus JBL, and when we watch
Great
Cody
American
Rhodes
Bash.
versus Dustin Rhodes.
That fucking
Okay.
match.
I'll remember that. It just took me out of the.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just
I wasn't
you.
expecting
We're-
it.
don't worry.
It came out of nowhere.
I think
That Eddie Guerrero match made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, that match is just.
I think-
Imagine being his mom because she was front row.
Oh, she was from.
I can't watch that.
I don't know. I think
We're gonna watch
We'll
it.
watch that later.
That was basically like Triple H when Shawn Michaels is in the ring telling him like it's just us, and then he looks kind of uncomfortable. It's just covered with blood. I wouldn't want to get close to that man who's bleeding that much.
Exactly. I think if you want to go watch like the more recent match, would be that John Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta match.
Oh, yeah.
That match was extremely good, but I think you'd be interested because it's more recent.
Yeah.
So.
That's my take on it.
Well, I scored it less than everybody. I'm at an 8 because I didn't understand the assignment. These two I was really tripped up on because I had no fucking idea.
Yeah.
But
Well, then I guess explain to us why you picked 8. The way you interpreted
Yeah,
it.
the way you
Yeah.
interpret it.
So-
So that way we understand.
Yeah, I want
I'll be honest, I just marked it an 8 because I gave up. Gave up trying to think about it.
Okay.
You
But
guys.
now that I'm the last one to go, and now I hear your guys' opinion, I want to bump it up to a 9. I don't know if I want to go to a 10, but a 9 seems solid to me, just because they did put on a match. Like there was no fuck ups. Like the thing is, they bladed,
Yeah.
and we didn't catch it. Obviously, camera helped, but like still, we didn't catch it. Usually, you can see when they blade.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays you definitely can.
Yeah.
They almost show it like to show you that they're blading. But I mean, all in all, it was solid. I'm surprised that. Well, thinking about it, no, I'm not. Benoit didn't bleed because it wasn't a blood feud between him and them.
Yeah.
He just got the special stipulation where he snuck his way in.
Because he won the Rumble.
Correct. So it was a blood feud between Shawn and Triple H, so it makes sense why they bled. So
It got personal with
it
them.
got personal, exactly. Benoit was just like, haha, I'm in, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna whoop your asses.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll bump that up to a 9.
Okay.
I'll say 9 for work rate just because it was. I mean, they went out what they said they were going to do, or what they had the intentions of doing, and they perfected it. You know, they did. I don't want to say perfected because that's subjective as well.
They're really good at what they do.
They did what they saw.
Yeah.
They're
They're professional.
Yeah. All right. So
and
next,
the professionals that can't do it either.
next would be styles. So by styles, we're talking about like like how each individual person blended with each other,
How do you
Yes.
mesh?
how they meshed, how
The interactions between them.
they showed off these styles. Well, so for example, like in that match, Benoit was kind of like the underdog, but he was a very aggressive, technical wrestler, and you saw a lot of that with that spot with where he's on a turnbuckle and he's beating the fuck out of Triple H, even though Triple H is the one trying to get to him, not the other way around. And then like Shawn Michaels being the showman, how he did the moonsault. Triple H being the brawler, and how he he threw off the announce table and everything from both Raw and the Spanish announce table.
Yep.
So I scored that a 9. It was really good. Everything they did was really good, but I would have liked to see more of it. Like
It was a short match too. Like thinking about it for a Mania match, especially the main event, it was like what 15 minutes, not even.
It was really high energy though.
Oh, of course, it's the main
There
event.
was never anything that like felt like a.
But you can do that with a multi-man match.
Yeah.
That's true.
You have that ability. Like one person could be out of breath, and then the other two are wrestling. You know what I mean? Like putting on a show, or depending on how they fuck around.
Funny enough, I thought the same way you did. Yeah, it was a good match. Yeah, they kicked their asses. Yeah, they interacted well. But I feel like the spots and the interactions with one another was very safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Safe in the sense that, oh, we've done this multiple times. We've had matches with each other. We've done all this crap. Let's just do that again.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I might actually bump it down from a 9 to an 8.
Okay.
That's
Jonathan Gresham said it best. Wrestling should be a mix of styles, and there wasn't a whole lot. So
No, I mean, really, realistically, no.
Yeah.
There wasn't. I couldn't differentiate anything. The only thing that I noticed, like, speaking of styles, is Benoit had 2 different submissions. And
Yeah, the
nobody
sharpshooter.
else really did any submissions.
yeah,
That's true.
So I guess that could count or qualify.
Yeah.
I mean,
fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, a good bit of the match was
Yeah.
just chops and punches.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
kicks.
oh fuck, 40% was chops for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Suplexes by Benoit.
that's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
thing.
Northern Light.
The Northern Lights was nice.
Yeah,
Good
but
bridge.
like you said, they all
Good
did the
bridge.
thing that they're known for, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing really out of character for
No.
that's very true.
Roman.
Yeah, I put a 9 there because when I was thinking about it, style wise, I was thinking about like the interaction between them. Like when Triple H would like fall out the ring, it was just like Shawn Michaels and Chris Benoit, and they were just like they wrestle, like they went down to the ground, they fucking reversed each other. Very technical, you know.
Yeah.
But then the interaction between Chris Benoit and Triple H was different because they were just more striking each other and like more like powerhouse-ish.
Yeah, Benoit was kind of like the middle ground for both of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
In a way.
Yeah.
So could you say maybe now that we're kind of dissecting the match, Chris Benoit kind of carried the match?
Well, see, thinking about it, like I
Like he
remember-
kind of directed traffic in the match.
in essence, yeah. Well, he was the only one that had anything to really lose.
Yeah.
Like if you think
Yeah.
about it, like he had the belt opportunity, he was kind of thrown into something. I don't know. I don't remember too many like interactions with Shawn.
Benoit.
Yeah,
It was at the very beginning.
It
of the
was
match.
because
but after that, it was nothing, right? Like there was
There was a lot of
Not anything like crazy.
it was a lot of like
well, in general. Like I feel like it was more Triple
who
H.
did
and
Benoit
Benoit.
put the sharpshooter? Was it Shawn?
Just Triple H.
It was
Triple H? Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah,
And
Shawn-
Sean super kicked him. To,
Oh, that's
to
what I
leave it. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. I just felt like that interaction was very short, in general.
Yeah.
I could be wrong though. I know I just watched it, but you guys don't realize my attention span is dog shit.
But you were there paying attention. You were glued to the screen.
It's because that's my shit. Like this is when I love this area, this time in wrestling. Just like I don't know, it brings that like outer or inner kid out of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was fucking glued to the television on Monday nights or whatever day I was watching wrestling. It's good shit.
What would you give it, man?
For me, I went with 9 as well. I went with like what you guys said about the interactions within your styles, how they mesh together. I liked all of the counters that were going on in the match with Benoit when he was doing the suplexes with Shawn Michaels. Actually, I noticed how Shawn Michaels kept on grabbing his leg with his, like crossing around it, so he wouldn't get suplex. He did it like 3 times.
Yep.
The same way
It's a counter.
when Shawn Michaels was trying to kick Benoit with his special. I don't know what it's called actually.
Sweet chin music.
Well, when he was trying to do that too on the super kick, Benoit also carried that twice. He only landed it on him like once, I think, and he ended up like shooting him out of the ring.
I really like that.
I like that a
I
lot.
thought that was super nice.
I think what you guys were saying is also true. For like the first half, Shawn Michaels and Benoit were doing a lot of stuff. Second half was mostly Triple H and Benoit. And they were definitely very different in the way they counter and they interact with each other. A lot more beating rather than other stuff.
Yeah, the whole story was Benoit, or not. Benoit wasn't really involved in the story wise.
He just won the Rumble. He was just like, I'm in the match.
He had
Yeah.
tickets
And
to
Stone
the-
Cold's like, oh yeah, he won. He really hasn't had a title shot. Guess what? Boom, we're gonna throw him in there. You know.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I feel like the more serious interactions were Shawn and Triple H.
Well, they were, but I mean, it seemed like he matched it. I think.
Oh, of
I
course,
think he
of course,
definitely
yes.
matched that same intensity.
I believe
while
that.
they were
Yeah,
in
I'm with that.
there. Yeah.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gave up on Styles too.
Yeah.
And so in my head, when I don't understand something, I'm just gonna go in the middle.
Okay.
So I gave it a 5
Okay.
because I didn't understand it. Now that I understand it a little bit better, I'd probably give it an 8. Since I'm not giving up this time. Yeah, but definitely an 8. I feel like style-wise, Benoit was the median. He was definitely the one to kind of help both of them shine.
Yeah.
Obviously in retrospect, but I feel like that was a good call by whoever. They probably were like, man, we've seen Sean fucking fight Triple H too much, in the last couple days or in the weekly shows, They're probably like, we're getting sick of this. Let's throw Benoit in there so they can really work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Benoit knew, like, whoever scheduled that match was probably like, Benoit's going to whoop the shit out of both of you if you don't get your shit together, you know what I mean? So, I feel like style-wise, Benoit was the deciding factor for them to kind of get everything cohesive.
Yeah.
Do you understand the difference between work rate style?
Next week I won't.
That's
But do you right now?
Yeah, I do right now.
Okay.
write it down.
I'll track them with descriptions.
We'll just show you the stream.
Or just write them down on your phone so that every time we ask you, you have it.
Okay. All right. So next up was Bill.
Let me take build for you because I know the build up to this.
Yeah, see, you're the historian.
Yeah, let me
so
give
you're
you the
gonna know
build.
best.
So, okay, we're going to take you back to when Benoit won the Rumble. Benoit was on SmackDown.
Eliminates Big Show.
He eliminates Big Show. He was on SmackDown. Now, mind you, this is when Brock Lesnar's WWE champion and Paul Heyman just turned heel on Brock Lesnar and became general manager of SmackDown.
For the first time. Right?
Yes. So Paul Heyman is trying to basically make Brock Lesnar's life a living hell. And basically telling Benoit, if you want to face Brock Lesnar, I'm going to make your life a living hell because nobody's taking the belt off this guy. Because I'm going to pick the guy to take the belt off this guy. So Benoit's like, oh, fuck it. Well, I'm not going to do this shit. And that's when he moved over to Raw. And then that's when Stone Cold came out and was like, Sean, you can't take on Triple H. We have a Rumble winner who hasn't decided who he wants to face. And that's when Benoit comes out and it's like, yeah, I'm facing Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
And Shawn Michaels just pissed because he's like, no, I've been fucking chasing this guy for a
10 years.
latter part of a year,
Oh.
trying to get this belt off him, and he's an asshole. And that's how kind of they had the contract signing, and that's how Chris Benoit got super and Shawn Michaels. And that's how basically it turned into a triple threat because they technically both signed the contract for me.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And that's the build.
Yeah, we saw part of that.
So yeah, we
I'm
talked.
giving the backstory from the Rumble and why he jumped shit from SmackDown.
We saw
I like the fact they showed that part at least.
Yeah.
That way I could at least see. Oh, so that's
that build's gonna be tough if we don't watch vignettes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which will
And a lot of the like build up is from the weekly show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that one's gonna be tough.
So build, I gave it a 10 because the build for it was good. Having that blood feud with Shawn Michaels and Triple H, and then having Benoit join in on that, and then Benoit being like, "I'm the guy. I'm gonna be the guy to win this," and then Triple H was like, or Shawn Michaels was like, "No, fuck you. You'll have your time. Right now it's still my time, and I'm gonna fuck him up."
Wow, that sounds like Sean.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So I gave it a 10. Benoit winning the Rumble at #1 and everything, just adding this there to him, being kind of the underdog because he's a smaller guy, and never really winning the big one. So, and we saw that little promo or that little segment backstage with Benoit and Eddie. No
Even
one
Eddie
really-
got it.
Yeah, everybody said that you can't do it.
Yeah.
You're lucky I saw that. I would have just skipped right over it. I'm glad I saw that.
Yeah,
Honestly, I gave it a 7.
7.
I thought it was too generic. Sean being Sean, Triple H, obviously champion, not wanting to face anybody. I feel like they kind of cucked Benoit on not giving him his one-on-one match for the title. I feel like it should have been a one-on-one between him and Triple H. Sean could have done anything else.
Yeah.
That's really funny because I was going to tell basically for that same
For the same reason.
that was my first time ever seeing like the build up, like what happened.
Yeah.
But I was just like, so they just threw him into this like feud that's already going on.
Basically.
And I was just like, I would have felt better if he would have just faced Triple H. Like that would have made more sense to me because he's the Royal Rumble winner.
Yeah.
But Shawn Michaels was like, "Fuck you, I'm signing the contract."
Yeah, I'm just like, what the fuck,
They
dude?
probably fucked up and was like, "Oh shit, he won the Royal." Then we have our main titles on this feud.
And they already put like Eddie's been taking off Brock. We already know Eddie's been taking off Brock.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, they're like, "Fuck! Like, what do we do? We gotta put him somewhere."
Yeah.
Like he won the Rumble, we can't just have another Rumble.
mhm.
So they probably was the oh shit button for him.
Oh,
I mean, honestly, the way that was booked
Makes sense.
probably was.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
For me, I put an 8 for the same reason, but backwards. Since I didn't know like the part about the Royal Rumble, even though I'm pretty sure you tried to explain each other, but I just didn't really know that was a stipulation that if you won that, then you can pick a match wherever.
For the title.
Yeah, for the title.
Well,
it has to be at Mania. It has to be at Mania.
Yeah. Well, you want-
that didn't click.
you
I know,
want
but I
Mania.
remember. I remember now. But it didn't really click when
Okay.
you tried to explain the person. So to me, it was more like the opposite, since Shawn Michaels should have gone against him alone. I felt like they just made a triple threat when there wasn't really much of a backstory or build up to it.
Exactly.
So to me, it just felt lacking. I guess it just seemed like
That's fair.
it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But in the opposite way, you guys.
You wanted to do some Michaels.
For me, it would have been Shawn Michaels against Triple H, which I think
That's
Shawn
fair.
Michaels, some of the solo matches with Kurt Angle, and I felt like he was a lot better in that match than this one, to be honest.
I think there was a rumor around the time. I think the rumor was that they wanted Benoit and Eddie to face each other at Mania. But the thing was is that they were both so over, they didn't know who to make the heel.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was the problem.
Yeah.
So they were just like, fuck it. We have to move one over.
Yeah. I feel like they just had bad spacing of their belts too. They probably didn't have the belt on who they wanted.
Yeah, and also like remember this is when
Brock Lesnar was also leaving.
Yeah,
And he
Goldberg was leaving.
that's true. So that kind of just turned everything upside down for him.
Yeah, so they're probably like, fuck, what do we do?
The match was good though.
Oh, match was good. I'm not saying it wasn't. I just would have liked
the-
to
the-
see Benoit face
I don't know.
Triple H one-on-one.
Yeah,
And also,
been a one-on-one
I
match.
doubt that like Benoit would have wanted to face
Eddie.
like Eddie.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I doubt that too. But who knows if they,
We'll never know.
yeah, we'll never know.
yeah, truthfully.
All right, Tyler.
I went with an 8.
Okay.
I don't know much about the build, but explaining it and like seeing it, I feel like what, Jabrim and Roman said based on like Triple H and Shawn could have been their own fucking match.
They didn't need the belt for
They
it.
didn't need the belt. I don't know why Triple H had the belt. I understand he had it for a long time.
Fair.
Good.
So maybe that's why they just had nothing better to do with it.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, he needs to drop it.
Well, part of it.
And they probably thought, hey, I don't want him to drop it to Shawn.
Yeah.
Because Shawn probably had something lined up. Because he goes against Taker in the next couple of years.
Well, the next year's 21. He goes to get Dave at intra-promotional match between Michaels and Angle.
An Angle.
Yeah.
And then after that was Taker, right?
After that was 22. He faced McMahon.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is years like Taker and Shawn's years later.
What's like 24?
23.
20.
No, it was 25.
Yeah.
25.
So 5 years later?
So
Okay, never mind.
No, it was 24 and 25.
No, 24 was Edge and Taker. For the world title.
There's 23.
I'm not going to argue with you.
There's 23.
23 was Taker and Mark Henry.
We're just here.
No, 23 was Taker and Batista.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, they didn't face Shawn Michaels any of those years until 25.
25 then.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Oh
arguing.
yeah. Okay. Yep. You're right. Because 23 faced Shawn faced Cena. 24 Shawn faced Flair.
Yes.
Yep. You're right.
24 is when he retires Flair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah,
So yeah, 25 is the first. So 25, 26. That's
The first Mania.
And don't they get like DX together at some point in time? Within those years? I mean, probably, maybe, most
Yeah.
likely.
Yeah, but I don't think they have a Mania match for the DX.
Maybe not.
Until way later.
I don't remember.
I don't either. It's not that serious.
All I know is don't go against your in this area of expertise.
Yeah.
Usually you're the one who basically
Thank
knows
you.
what's going on where.
Yeah, the build I do think was 8, though. I mean, it wasn't a 10. Definitely wasn't a 10, just because it was kind of like a, what's it called? Not. It's like a cookie cutter.
Generic.
Yeah, like super. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'll go with.
All right. And then next is storytelling or story of the match itself. I ranked it 10.
So okay, story is in ring.
It's
In-ring storytelling.
Got
Yeah.
it.
So I gave it a 10 because we had Benoit trying to prove that he can work with both these guys, prove that he can beat both of these guys. We saw that with him being super aggressive with him, always trying to lock in the prospect because he knew if he could get locked in, he will win.
Yep.
But then we also had the other story part of it where it was
But he won with the sharpshooter.
No.
No.
Well, that's right.
He was the best way. He made Triple H test.
That was a sharpshooter.
No.
Because remember Triple H was going to grab the rope and they rode back over to try to break it, but he didn't let go.
When he put him in the sharpshooter, Shawn Michaels broke it up with the
He super kicked Benoit.
Oh, okay.
Which was the only super hit that he landed on.
Anybody.
Okay.
No.
No, he landed on Triple H.
He landed on Triple
No,
H.
you're right.
It was the one he landed on.
Benoit.
But there was also the feud between those two.
Yeah.
And incorporating that, and it was just a whole lot of like Shawn Michaels' whole point was like, I want to get rid of Benoit so I can have Triple H on my own,
Mhm.
type of thing. So I really like the storytelling of the match, and so that's 10 for me.
That's all. So, I give it a 9. Just because I feel like, yeah, like you said, they did have a storytelling of them, all that. but I feel like they didn't dial it up as much as they could have for a WrestleMania main event.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have dialed it just a little bit more, maybe put maybe a little more physical, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was missing something for me for it to be a 10. I don't know what it is. I just knew they were missing something.
All right.
But it was super solid. Super solid.
No, I kind of had that same idea. I give it an 8 because I felt like I don't know. I felt like it was missing something. Maybe it was just like the way like some of like the breakups happened, or even like where like Shawn Michaels would get like thrown out the ring by like Chris Benoit, and like you just didn't see him for the longest time. But I was like, it wasn't that bad of like a spill or a bump or something, like the way he like fell out of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It was just something like along those lines for me, at least. But I mean, overall, like it was still like good. Like there was like a lot of moments where you're like, yeah, super solid match. You're like, I believe this. Like the storytelling wise and everything. Like, really good.
For me, I gave it an 8 too, which kind of due to like some of the same reasons as what you guys said. I liked what they did with the story in the match itself. How they kept them giving more of a vocal kind of sort of interaction between Triple H and Shawn Michaels, because they had that whole feud going, like you said, with the feud, and how Maul was also there, basically trying to take them out too.
Prove his worth.
Trying to prove that. It was also nice to see the dynamic that Shawn Michaels had, where he was basically trying to just go for Triple H, while Benoit was trying to go for either one of them, and Triple H didn't really care who you went against because he's a champion, so you shouldn't really care much, even though he was kind of in the feud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you could see that dynamic in a sense. But just like you said, I felt like something else was missing. I felt like they should have done more with Shawn Michaels and Triple H because they actually had a feud going on. They had a thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like they should have had more time.
Maybe let the match breathe a little more. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
Well,
like
we all did say it was short.
Yeah.
Like he
So
could have
like
gone
you
on a
said,
little longer.
they-
Another 5 minutes
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
They needed more time.
Yeah.
Because you're right, there wasn't a whole lot of breathing room. Because the only time I remember breathing room was
Tables.
the table spot, and then there's when
The moonsault. Yeah, you're right.
The moonsault, yeah.
moonsault, and then when Triple H kicked out of Shawn Michaels super kick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's a little bit of breathing room there, but that was it.
It's odd because usually for me it's like if there's not like no time wasted, like they're always like keeping them moving, high energy and stuff. I like it, but in this case, it definitely did seem like they're
You're progressing.
I told you. He just needs to watch. He needs to watch.
Even when like they were trying to pin, I just remember like they did like multiple ones, like one after the other, like a couple of seconds after.
That's just Triple H doing
It
Triple
wasn't
H.
even Triple H.
You know why? Do you understand why they do that?
One for each age.
That's
Thank you. That's a good idea.
So think about it. If I laid on top of you and you kicked out, and I laid on top of you again, you kicked out, and then I laid on top of you again, how hard is that last kick out?
Very, very hard.
That's-
That's the whole point.
That's why.
Really.
There's a legit reason why they pin like that.
Because that happened to Benoit, right?
Because if you don't get up,
Yes,
I win.
Benoit's a smaller guy.
Yeah, Benoit's a smaller guy, and Triple H is the bigger guy in the match.
It was to the point that when I saw Benoit like kicking out, it almost seemed unbelievable to me. Because I mean, I was like, "There's no way in real life that he'd be able to kick out of somebody that's that massive on top."
You see,
I didn't get
the
it
size of his neck.
Well, I've seen it, but still, it just seemed really hard
Yeah.
to believe. So it does make sense what you said. It just needed some more room to like let people like consume.
Yeah, let people react. Let people react.
Yeah.
To what's happening.
I mean, that's usually the good matches too, is when they have a lot of. Well, depends how they play it.
Yeah.
Because there is some where you're just like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
That just comes back to the pacing of the match. Because the pacing is what ultimately dictates if you're allowing it to breathe, when to do this, when to do that.
Yeah, it also depends on the spots you do.
Yeah.
Which is so weird because I like the pacing, but still it just feels like something isn't there.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think
This-
that's
You guys are definitely touching on it. I feel like this match lacked the spots necessary to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the table, obviously, that's a table. But like
Moonsault.
the moonsault was at the beginning of the match.
Yeah.
I don't know if it necessarily warranted all that breathing.
Yeah.
But
It was cool.
again, it's part of the
They were selling.
aesthetic. Yeah, it's part of the aesthetic. It's part of what they do. So I understand. I'm not against it necessarily.
I like the camera. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I think it lost it like it's somewhere, but I really liked how they incorporated that there.
I don't know if that was intentional.
I hope it was.
It was not.
So it's
Most of the time,
really-
most of the time, we're getting ready.
Yeah, like
It's an
early.
accident. It's an accident.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
Get out of the way.
really
Yeah.
There's only
Sliding
one time
around, it's
where it
like,
was
whoa.
intentional that I've seen, and that was when
Was that
Undertaker.
Mania 25?
Just when
Yeah.
I didn't land on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just wasn't in the right spot at the right time. He was too late.
Oh yeah, where he
He
fucking
was-
lands on his head.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah, I remember that.
All right, Tyler, what you got for story?
So I went with an 8. I can't put it higher than that, just because like there wasn't much to base off of. I mean, out of the gate, they storytelled literally immediately as soon as the bell rang.
Yeah.
Because what? Sean immediately went to Triple H, and Benoit was like, "Nah, dude."
Benoit was trying to make a point. He's like, no.
ripped him off, and then Shawn Michaels was like, "Nah, rip Benoit off," and they kept that going. The fact that Triple H and Shawn they bled in general is part of the story, and then that final, I don't know if it was the crossface, I don't remember the submission move, but Benoit had Shawn Michaels in the submission move, and he was about to tap, and Triple H came up and grabbed his hand so he didn't tap.
Yeah.
So that
That was another crossface.
that
was another
crossface.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I can't remember.
Yeah, because Triple H did come out and just grabbed his hand.
Grabbed
and
his
Pretty much
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the submission were crop faces except for that one.
one
shot.
sharpshooter.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to give it an 8. I feel like, I don't know what it's lacking. I don't know if I can say that it was lacking necessarily.
But it feels like there's something.
There was something missing. For me, there was
for me
something
too.
missing.
Well, like that could go to like right now as a wrestling fan with the wrestling that we have available, we're pretty spoiled on spots. Like
Yeah.
spots in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah. But I don't need more spots. I don't think it was more spots.
Not necessarily more spots. It's just that there was no high risk, high reward.
I don't even think that was for me. I don't even.
They were all low risk.
Maybe what I needed a Shawn Michaels elbow.
Or
He didn't
He did. I don't remember. He did.
Yeah, he won Triple H. I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
you know
I don't
what?
remember him going.
You know what spot didn't
How much
happen?
happened? Yeah.
You know what spot didn't happen? The flying headbutt.
Hold on, you saw it too, because you even talked about Dynamite Kid.
Yeah, that's a Dynamite Kid.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because JR made a reference.
yeah. And then Tyler
Exactly.
was like, "Oh,
Well, you
Dynamite
started
Kid."
talking about Dynamite Kid first.
No.
JR made the reference.
I said it.
He said it.
I said that. You see the flying headbutt?
Yeah, because JR said it.
And then you talked about Dynamite Kid, and I went,
Yeah.
and then Jabrim said that I went worse.
I missed the flying headbutt, but I heard that. That's
Yeah,
why.
that's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
See, I missed bits and parts too.
yeah, it happened.
We also did it as Spinebuster.
No,
We didn't.
no,
We didn't get Spinebuster
Not from Triple H.
I'm about to say, those guys are smaller. It would have been amazing to see him drop a Spinebuster.
Just the pedigree.
Unless it's a face move. Like,
I don't
maybe he gets a face pop, and maybe he's just like, I'm not doing the Spinebuster.
I'm not going to go that far into depth because I don't know.
know. Yeah.
I'm thinking,
I don't know.
I'm just
All right.
That's deep in the rabbit hole.
Last one is outcome.
Yeah.
How we rate the finish of the match.
All right, so-
I get post match as well.
If you rate this anything other than what I'm going to say, I don't know. So
All right. Well, we'll see.
Want to go first this time?
Yeah. No, you go first.
Yeah.
You go first.
it's a 10, obviously. What the hell?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, you're probably the only one that doesn't have an opinion. But if this was the 10, if this was the 10 for you, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Are you really a wrestling fan?
Yeah, that's all.
What did you rate?
Well,
I rated it a 9.
Okay,
That's fair.
explain. I like the
The
explanation.
reason for that is I liked the whole match. I enjoyed everything, but I feel like I didn't have enough information to basically like it as much as I did.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So
It's still wrong, but you're fair.
It's like you did. Don't get me wrong.
I saw the parts that I felt were lacking. I saw the parts where I thought it was good, and it just evened out. It's like the average of like most of my scores, 9.
That's fair.
Robin.
I give it 10.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Of fucking course.
Yeah, this is
No.
really what we always want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because growing up watching like
Man.
Chris just like wrestle in general,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I like watching him wrestle. And then seeing him like win the belt, because I remember watching him like after
When
he
his
had the
best
belt.
friend is the
Oh, he already had the belt by
When I was watching it, it was after that.
Oh, he already had the belt. Oh,
So like
okay.
now seeing like this and like seeing like the moment he had the Giddy at the end of it, that's just like, oh,
Yeah.
it makes sense. It's
I never seen the match. I only seen the finish.
Me neither, yeah.
But now seeing the match, I'm like, man, this guy fucking.
yeah, that was a match.
He fucking threw himself out there. He fucking. He went through like shit.
Well, to be fair, he was a shoe, and he just let them fuck around while he won. You know what I mean?
No, but they with the suplex and everything, they tried to take him out of the equation permanently.
Yeah.
That's true.
To be like, okay, we're gonna take him out so that way you and I can just kill each other.
Yeah, to be completely honest, too, I mean, there was a time where the feud was basically going on, but I feel like Chris took the most damage.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he was the one who was like you said, he was the middle ground. So
He did eat the stairs.
He took the most damage from both.
Yeah.
He took the superplex.
Yeah.
Yes. So at least in my
Ate the moonsault.
Mhm.
Yeah, he took both that moonsault.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he ate Shawn Michaels' knee.
Yeah.
He definitely was the one who got the most hurt in this match.
And
Even though the other two
Even
bled,
two-
he
yeah,
did get
two bled.
fucked.
Which I think that was like a reason to like it's funny like he was gone for quite a bit of the time after they were both bleeding. And
Funny thing is,
he took a lot of damage.
Shawn and Triple H bled the same way on opposite turnbuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ring post, yeah.
Thinking about it, opposite ring posts. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it was. I was like, wait, he got thrown into that one, and then Shawn Michaels, they walked around and got thrown into the other one.
I thought he got cut when he got thrown into the stairs.
No, so
No,
Triple H. Triple H got thrown into the stairs.
Yeah, Triple H. That's
Like he hit the ring post too. Like,
He did. Okay. I didn't-
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Because that's also the time where like Shawn Michaels hit the other cameraman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And Benoit ate the
Yeah.
stairs.
yeah. Twice? Didn't he get thrown like twice?
He did.
I don't know. I just remember that one. He ate
Yeah.
the stairs.
Can we also talk about like how they kept on going over the rings, the what are they called? Damn it! I'm having a bit of a brain force. The lines, the
ropes.
the ropes.
Oh yeah.
The lines.
Like,
I
goddamn.
was gonna say barricade.
But yeah, I
I
mean,
don't think Barricade, but like, I remember them being.
Yeah.
the way they kept them flipping out of the ropes
Yeah.
was just amazing.
Well, I mean, that's the strategy in a triple threat. You want to isolate somebody. So what you do, you throw out the other one.
Well, yeah, I've seen
You gotta
people
play
get
the
thrown out of the
game.
ropes, but I mean, the whole rubber physics, ragdoll physics that they did when they would get them getting thrown out of the ropes was just phenomenal.
No, that's just them being thrown out.
Yeah, but I've never seen that before in some other matches.
Oh,
I've seen it, but like not to this extent.
They were stiffer in this
I'm
match.
pretty sure I saw Triple H do a whole 360 out of it.
Yeah, he did.
They did whip them force. They put force into it.
That's also a really tight part corner.
Yeah.
So he probably hit the ropes, and the ropes
And that's when you heard the camera.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't expecting.
No.
that, so.
So I ranked it a 10 as well. Me being a Benoit fan, like, it was great.
Of course.
The finish, and it's something I'm surprised you didn't mention. Adding on to storytelling of the match too is the fact that he made Triple H, the champion, tap out.
Mhm.
Unlike some other match where it's like they're gonna steal the win by not pinning the champion. He beat the guy
That
to
makes
win the
sense.
title.
Yeah.
And then he had that great moment with Eddie standing in the ring, ending
And
the
Eddie's
show.
champ too.
And Eddie's champ too.
Super nice.
Like it was just such a good outcome, such a good.
It was the
Matt.
best thing to go home.
It was a feel good
Sure.
moment for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that fully.
Alright. So overall, I ranked out of 70. I ranked it 60.
I'm
But I
at,
also did change my.
I'm at 58.
Let me see.
But, well, 61.
60.
61 because I had a 5 and I went to an 8.
Yeah.
But I also bumped up an 8 to a 9. So that's cool. Side note, Vicky Guerrero invented the Hell's Gate.
Shut up.
I went 59.
Okay.
I'm
I
at
did mine. I went 61.
Manda.
I'm pretty sure I did 60.
Okay.
If I'm at 59, you're right.
I changed that.
What is it?
I put non-applicable at the beginning.
Yeah, because my work rate went up to a 10, but my style was like good and down to an 8.
So 9 times
So yeah, it's 60.
4, 36 plus 24.
That's 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
And now, Banda, you had a separate scorecard.
I did. I
This
didn't
is the
fill out
first time.
the
That's fine. So this is the first time
Extra credit.
that you've seen Triple H
to
wrestle.
actually see him wrestle.
Yeah, so you've never seen Triple H wrestle.
He was a
So
picky dude. He
So-
was so thick.
just tell me the category. I'll explain it, and then you'll tell me your score.
All right. Presentation, basically the same as the other
Yep,
part.
so-
I gave him an 8.
Okay.
Does he look like a wrestler to you?
Yes,
Okay.
quite a bit.
Did you like how one ass cheek was poking out in the mid match?
I didn't notice that. I noticed when he kept
Oh.
saying shit. His current match.
His ass cheeks always put.
That's really. He's a big man. He's a big man.
He was really.
But the thing
big.
is, it depends on the moves. Like if you get suplex, they usually use your.
Oh, I thought that was Shawn
But the
Michaels.
thing is, yeah, they'll.
I thought Chris was trying to take his pants off. It looked like it.
Oh,
He's a wrestler.
Anyways.
So yeah, I give him an 8. I like the entrance, all of the light show, how he just kind of stood there, kind of imposing like a champion himself. It definitely made him seem like a champion. The song's pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
A sport where men in no pants fight for a belt.
And they slap meat.
Big beefy man.
Alright, next.
Okay. Next one that I did was actually in-ring ability, so I didn't do the other two.
Yeah,
Do you want to explain
no,
that first?
No, in-ring ability, just how they worked in the ring, what they can do. There we go.
I gave him an 8, actually. I gave him an 8 because it seemed like he wasn't he didn't have that much things that he did in the ring. Like he was basically just striking and throwing people around. That's about it.
Okay, fair. I think, did you do the next one?
Huh?
Did you do the
I
next one?
did do the versatility.
Yep, in-ring versatility. How they can change up their style, how they can flow through the match.
Which that one I actually gave an 8 as well. Well, it was due to the same reason as the other. His style was good. I liked the things that he did. His counters were also good. He countered quite a few things, but he didn't really change things up that much.
Can I input something?
Sure.
There was no taunts or nothing.
Mm-mm.
That's another way to slow down the match.
Yeah, unless you count like the little dispute thing after they threw Benoit, where it's like just
Yeah,
I
guess that's true.
I just thought about
And
that.
then Triple H saying motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then he's like, just in stuff.
Yeah. All right. What's the next one you got?
Body language.
Yep. So body language
Interesting.
is how they carry themselves through the match.
How you perceive them.
Yep. As well as selling in the match.
For that, I gave him a 9. I like the way that he
He did sell really
yeah,
well.
he did. He sold well. His whole he was imposing on
His
it.
demeanor.
You could tell that he was the champion with his demeanor, how imposing he felt. His screams were very different from the other ones, from the other wrestlers.
Yeah, we got to give you a Brock screen.
It was
I like that.
interesting. But yeah, he was cool. He just seemed like the one that like sold it more. It seemed more natural.
Okay. Next.
I like that.
Moveset.
Yep. So moves performed in the match.
Gave him a 7.
Okay.
He repeated a lot of things.
That's Triple H.
That's
Moveset.
He does get better later.
We didn't get no kitchen sink or.
He does get better later. Like he
I
gets
don't
like
know what it
He has
is.
a nasty
The one that
kitchen
he
sink,
did,
dude.
the one where he puts their arms behind
Pedigree.
him, and then is
the
that what it's
pedigree.
called?
That's his finish.
Yeah, but she
Pedigree.
explained like now he doesn't grab their arms, so he
Yeah.
actually had time to react.
He does what he lets
Did
go.
he?
Yeah.
Not planted. Yeah. That's
And-
basically the only big move that has to do besides the double suplex.
Wait till you see that kitchen sink, man.
But you see
Did
the
you-
mind buster.
Yeah,
So do you do captivation?
I actually put a 9.
Good. Okay.
I know it's higher than the others, but it's just that, like I said before,
He caught your attention.
He's
the way,
entertaining.
Yeah.
what?
He's entertaining.
I thought you said he's into dating.
No, he's entertaining.
Okay, good.
Was it into dating
I mean,
Boston's
are you-
daughter?
No, I mean, no. I'd rather be entertained. I don't want to date him. Yes. He was entertaining. Like I said before, just the way he carried himself definitely drew
Fresh
attention.
Yeah.
It was huge.
He does get his nose done later. Don't worry.
Prince looked dwarfed
Yeah.
between these.
He's 5'8".
That's short.
He's 5'8". He's not too small.
I don't
But he's
know.
small.
Man, he just seems so much smaller.
Compared to them, yes, he's.
To be honest, he's got like one of the like perfect sizes for wrestling. Like Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah.
You want to be that size, like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah.
That's the sweet spot for them motherfuckers.
He was buffer than the other two. I think we're all
Seriously,
buff as Triple H to be honest. He
That's
was
the
buff.
sweet
Okay.
spot.
So cool.
That was the
Long
last one.
arms,
I don't
man.
think I can do the other ones.
No, that's fine.
I've only watched one Triple H match.
Yeah. So
I like it. I like that
Go.
scorecard.
going into that, you've seen one Shawn Michaels match. I guess two technically with this, and with this you've seen one Triple H match,
Did
Which
we
one?
watch how many Shawn Michaels matches? We watched him and Angle.
and then this one.
Okay. Make sure.
Oh,
Make
shit,
sure.
I didn't see him in
I feel like
Angle.
No, you weren't here.
I want to go rewatch them. That match is good.
Well, but what I want to do is I want to spiderweb using Banda. So we've already seen a bunch of Benoit matches. So we're gonna watch another Shawn Michaels or another Triple H match.
Oh, I see what the fuck you're
If
doing.
you're trying to go with the one that I like the
You
most,
better
it'd
keep track of
it'd
that.
probably be Shawn Michaels.
Sean?
Shawn
Well, the way
Michaels.
his
I know what match we
with
should watch.
Kurt Angle was just great, in my opinion.
I mean,
Now, okay, can we branch even further from that and say Shawn Michaels before this match or Shawn Michaels after this match?
it's gonna be Shawn Michaels period. So me and Jabrim will decide.
I have
Okay, yeah, you guys. I'm just thinking in my head.
So, ladies and
Like
gentlemen,
to make
we
it more
will.
dynamic. You know?
Yeah, we'll have the next thing we'll do. We'll watch a Shawn Michaels match. You'll find out next time which match we've chosen. And I don't know. So thoughts on the scorecard?
Honestly, scorecard's good. Just needs a little bit of
a
refinement.
little TP.
I feel like his scorecard that he has for the other one is a little bit better.
Well, that's because
That's more just like for one wrestler.
for one wrestler.
But honestly,
But I feel like you can
incorporate that into the actual
That's what I
match,
mean.
into
Okay.
the actual scorecard.
I feel like that one's a little bit
It's
better.
more
'Cause
specific.
captivating is a good that's a good
Category.
yeah, that's a good category.
Okay.
Because the match itself could be captivating or it could be boring.
True. Okay. All right. Well,
Well, refining.
We'll refine it. We'll tweak it, and you'll see it soon.
Or we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah. Being some fuckheads. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for watching and listening. Catch us soon. Doing some gaming stuff here. But peace out.
And remember, I know this is season 2, but
Kinda.
this is still good.
It's up for debate.
Still all reliable.
I feel like it's only episode 8.
Season 2, I don't give a fuck. Remember, that chick bounces mother suckers. So do you.